Welcome to Lexi's Crazy Confections with your host, that girl who wears red. I'm coming at you today with a carnivore fry bread. Now, you may be asking yourself, where'd that come from? I've been in FCCLA since I was 15, hence the word Family, Career, Community Leaders of America. I started FCCLA, and when I did my first year, I did Food Innovations Level 2, and I created my own company, and my mom is the host of Making the Arch. She did such a great job on it, and you can call me a hoarder if you want to, but I thought this would come in handy for my new series I'm doing, Lexi's Crazy Confections with that girl who wears red. So I hope you like today's video, and as always, let's get it. So what do we got going on over here? So my stepmother cannot be eating all the sweet treats like I've been making, like the brownies, the cookies, the pies, like all the things that I would eat. She can eat it, but it's making her sick. She's been on the carnivore, and she's been doing really well now. And so, with starting Lexi's Crazy Confections, when I was in Food Innovations Level 2, that's when I did a modification, and I created my own company through it. So, I'm going to be starting to use some of my FCCLA learned skills. So, how do you make fry bread healthy and carnivore? We're using egg whites, a little bit of salt, and some cheese. So all I've got going on right now is a little bit of egg whites. I separated it myself, and it's in a bowl. And you want to stir this until it starts to get a little frothy. You don't want it to get too stiff because you don't want it to have peaks. But you do want to make sure that it's nice and incorporated with each other. And I'll come back and show you. And yes, this is a lot of hard work if you're doing it by hand. I recommend you use a mixer. Don't be like me, work smarter, not harder. But again, it's Crazy Confections. I'm in for the creative chaos. That's my whole thing. Is that I like to do things the hard way because I always have done things the hard way. And it's a lot of hard work trying to mix this together. Your arm will get tired, so use a mixer, but don't overmix it because you don't want stiff peaks. We're not making a meringue, we're making a fry bread. Alrighty guys, this is about when you want to stop mixing. See, it's not a meringue because it's not stiff peaks, but it is getting frothy. And you can still see that it is still kind of white, but it's not like a meringue. Because that's not what we're trying to do here. We're not trying to make it a meringue. Now, this is when you can add in your cheese. I already added in the salt that I wanted to add. And you're just going to make sure all the cheese is nice and mixed in with your egg whites. And over there on the stove is I've got a little bit of lard, rendered lard, that we rendered ourselves, over there. And once you have the desired amount of cheese you want in this, you can start to cook. So I brought you over to my skillet, and I'm just going to turn the heat back up just a tad. And I'm just taking over here, I'm just taking a ladle, and I'm ladling the amount that I want to fry at the moment. I'm going to make sure it's starting to fry. And we just let it cook. Now, if you don't know what you do with all of those egg yolks you had, just add a little salt and a little cheese. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the other fry bread. And let's see if it worked. So it didn't fry the way I wanted it to, so that's fine. We had some excess bacon from breakfast. So I'm just going to turn these ones into like a scrambled cheesy egg with bacon. Now, the key to a good scrambled egg is you don't want to overcook it, but at the same time, you don't want to undercook it. And you want it to be yellow and fluffy. That's the good key to a good scrambled egg. So on today's episode of Did It Work? From Lexi's Crazy Confections with your host, that girl who wears red. Did the fry bread work? Let's see. I just tore a piece off. It's still very hot. And it's got a good crust on it. I think I added a little too much cheese, which is terrible for me saying it. It tastes like a fried egg. So, did it work? Internet recipes don't always work, so I'm gonna have to go with this is just a fancy fried egg. I mean, if you absolutely had to use this as a bread, I would say crisp it up a little bit more. But in the gist, it's just a fried egg. And then with the egg yolks, we just made us up a little scrambled egg with cheese and bacon. And that's how you use all the bits of the egg without wasting. But I would just say it's a fancy egg. It's not really a recipe I would want to try again. And as always, I'm that girl who wears red. Excuse me. I'm that girl who wears red. Lexi's Crazy Confections, Episode 1. I hope you liked today's video and learning whether or not egg whites, salt and cheese can make a fry bread. Internet lied. Like it normally does. But I would say it's like, I guess it could be, but it's not. So, as always, I'm that girl who wears red. I love y'all. I'm signing off.